This is Crowndale Farm, the birthplace of the infamous Sir Francis Drake, as it stands today, derelict and decaying with a hole in the roof. Shocking, isn't it? He has shopping centres, student accommodation, streets, even islands named after him. Yet the one place that directly links us to the infamous figure's humble origins is left to crumble with no recognition for its significance. Why isn't this Tudor barn, tucked away in the lush Tavistock countryside, not better or even actually known about by the general public, despite being in an idyllic setting within walking distance of the town centre? Why is a building of such historical significance been left to dereliction? To answer these questions, we conducted an investigation using both academic and non-academic sources. Initially, our crack team of researchers found some useful information about the building from when Sir Francis Drake's family first occupied the building. The land was originally part of Tavistock Abbey. Moreover, the fields tended to be rented by those who had either served the abbot of Tavistock himself or the religious community. Despite being such a famous, if somewhat controversial, and undoubtedly significant figure in our nation, and indeed the world's history, the Drake family were largely irrelevant as inhabitants at Crowndale Farm. However, this does not mean they were poor. As a consequence of Crowndale's fertile soil, the Drake family became rather prosperous, allowing them to keep the land in the family. Sketches and maps from the period show the Crowndale farmhouse to have been a typical longhouse for the period. By best estimates, Sir Francis Drake was born around February to March during the year 1540 to Mary and Edmund Drake. The young Francis and his family vacated Crowndale Farm with great haste during the mid-16th century. Historians are divided on the exact reason for this, with some arguing that it was a consequence of his father's strong Protestantism in the Catholic stronghold, whereas others believe that it was due to his father's criminal activity, in which Edmund Drake committed assault and robbery. The latter argument seems more viable, having been well documented with evidence. Since the Drake's departure, information on Crowndale Farm has been scarce. However, what we do have is two descriptions from the 18th century, one of which describes Crowndale Farm as a dwelling house, barns, stables, brewhouse, pond house, sheep pens, and linneys, with 2 gardens and 3 orchards. The second, produced decades after this, provides a description of Crowndale as a good farmhouse, 2 barns, stable, beast house, and pigsties. Strikingly, in the 1800s, the original dwelling was destroyed. Luckily, a few years prior to this, the local vicar had sketched the original building, an image later engraved and published. The ruins of the original dwelling are marked and can still be seen in the enclosure near the current farm buildings. So let us fast forward to the 1960s. The building was listed by Heritage UK as a Grade 2 building. The building is now owned by a group of trustees who were given the consent to secure the premises with a temporary roof some years ago. One trustee, Rex Buscombe, commented to the media that "We are aware that the roof has collapsed and the matter is receiving attention." Despite this, pictures taken in October of 2018 reveal that no action had actually been taken, as evidenced by the roof caving in. However, during a more recent visit, on the 29th of November 2018, we found that progress had potentially been made with the building now surrounded by scaffolding. One could speculate that the recent media attention exposing the sorry state of Francis Drake's birthplace has spurred on this action and will hopefully generate interest from the general public in years to come.